You model type, say what's your bottle type, applying pressure. I'm being honest with you when I talk, I'm not finessing. I'm looking in your face, I'm having thoughts of you undressing. Throw the combo, nicely combo, got me erect.
What's up, babes? My name is Nae'cole and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel and you're not already a face bully and you want to learn how to beat your face, then honey, you are in the right place. So with no further ado, subscribe to my channel and let's get into it. Alright ladies, so first things first, I did my eyebrows off of camera. I know y'all probably wanted to see me do that, but that just makes the video much longer. That'll be a separate video on its own, but I'm just blending out the concealer. I used LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn, and I also used medium beige and cool tan at the tail of my eyebrow to kind of sharpen it up. And girl, let me put y'all on game real quick. For you people that spend ridiculous amounts of money on makeup, bitch, you people, it's me. Bitch, e.l.f. just released a 16-hour wear concealer. And they have a dewy one and a matte one. I prefer the matte because I'm just a matte bitch. And the concealers are $6. Like, you cannot be $6. And I use them as a base for my eyeshadow. And baby girl, it did just what the fuck it said it was gonna do. Like, it did not crease, it did not move. After I applied my eyeshadows, it made them pop. And it was just like, oh my god, like bitch, this is crack cocaine. Like, this is methamphetamine. Like, if you ain't got the e.l.f. 16-hour wear matte concealer, then baby girl, what are you doing? Next, I'm taking my James Charles Morphe palette, and I'm gonna start off with this green shade because this look is gonna be a very colorful and vibrant look. My bestie blessed me with this palette for Christmas. Thank you, bestie. I haven't really just dipped and dabbled into it just yet. I know it's been a while, and I'm a makeup freak, but I just had a lot going on since Christmas. You know, I was moving into Houston. I just moved to Houston in January, so I'm just getting settled into my apartment and stuff like that. So now I can play with my palettes and do what I love doing. And yeah, so back to the point. We're starting off with this green shade, and we're just gonna pack this color onto our eyelid. Then next, I'm taking this electric blue shade out of the palette, and I'm just patting that on too, just going ahead and packing it on. I only blend in tapping motions. I do not blend in windshield wiper motions. The reason being is because you're dusting the product away. When you pack the color on, it's more vibrant, it shows more. I don't focus on blending out the color that I packed on right away. I wait further until the end before I cut my crease to do the blending. And then we're gonna take this beautiful purple shade, and we're gonna go ahead and pack that onto the eyelid as well. And bitch, now it's time to cut that motherfucking crease. Alright sis, so this step is very crucial. You want to take your time, and you want to use a precise flat brush, which gives you a very sharp, defined cut crease. That's what I use, and I use smaller brushes. I tend to hold my hand a little further back from the bristles. When you do that, you have more control over your brush and where the product is being dispersed. So I'm just going to disperse the product, and I'm going to start blending the product out over my eyelid. After the base dries down, I'm going to go in with that very high yellow color out of the Morphe palette, and I am going to start packing it onto my eye as well.
30 hertz straight up.
Alright, so we're dipping back into the James Charles palette. We're getting that orange shade out of there, and we're packing that onto the eyelid as well. I'm kind of tapping that color over the yellow a little bit to go ahead and blend the two together tapping motions only. Tapping motions only. Do not use windshield wiper motions because, like I said, you don't want to dust the product away. You want it to be very, very like pigmented and bright.
30 hertz straight up.
And now we're going to take this hot pink color and we're going to tap that onto the edge of the eye, and then we're going to blend that seamlessly into the orange. I kind of went ahead and did this part off camera, but what I did was I took this NYX white eyeliner in the color Blanco and I created a line as if I was going to do a wing. I'm doing a double wing eye, so I'm using the white to trace along with the black, if that makes sense. Sometimes I get shaky handed when doing a double wing, so I figured out that applying the white liner first works best for me, as opposed to applying the black liner first and then trying to trace over the black with the white. I don't know why. It's just the easier method for me. And if you find that you have a busy hand that just won't stay still, you should try this method as well. Thank me later. And I just want to take a moment to ask you guys, how are you guys holding up during the quarantine period and during this whole pandemic? Like, how is everybody holding up? I know that myself, I've battled with a little depression. I've been distraught. You know, in the beginning, I kind of felt those spirits and those emotions, but, you know, opening my mind and not dwelling in my emotions and meditating has helped me get through this hard time period a lot. You know, I'm young. Like I said, I just relocated to Houston not too long ago. So I just moved to a whole new state. For me, I don't have any of my family out here. You know, it's just me and my best friend and my brother, and, you know, it's just us for the most part. I don't really have a lot of family in the Houston area. So we're just all buckling down and facing this together, dealing with each other's emotions together. Because, you know, some days may be fine, and others I may just not be my normal self because I'm just thinking about the things that's going to happen after this is over with, you know, and that's what you don't want to do. Don't dwell in your emotions about the what ifs and the possibilities and what could happen. And, you know, just try to stay positive and maintain positive vibes throughout this time period. For me, I know that makeup is therapeutic and it's one of my hobbies, as well as gaming and cooking. So I've been using my hobbies to kind of keep myself grounded, if that makes sense. Just staying busy and doing something, and, you know, just trying to keep myself happy or whatever, and not letting what's going on with the world and the economy affect me too much, because I know that this shall pass too. And to all my subscribers, assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. And just remember, guys, so stay prayed up, meditate, whatever you may do, and just be content sometimes. Sometimes we have to be content with things falling apart. We have to be content with all of the pieces falling out of place, because we know that they'll not be put back into place, but you create new ones. Nothing is wrong with new beginnings. Sometimes we have to start over and get it out of the mud. And for me, I'm okay with that, because that right there triggers a different type of humbleness. Like, you're so grateful for everything that you have. Once you've seen yourself with nothing, you appreciate the small things in life. So this time period, you're gonna make it through it if you're a trooper. I'm a trooper. I done made it through much worse times. Trust and believe. And every time something devastating occurs, a traumatic event occurs within my life, at the end, I always gain something so major in abundance that it's not even funny. So just remember, nothing is bad but the spot in between your eyebrows. You have to use like your pineal gland and think on a whole nother level. Instead of thinking in the box, let's think outside of the box. Focus on your crafts, focus on your hobbies, your skills, what you enjoy doing. And after this quarantine period is over, you should have acquired some new information about yourself. And once you've done that, you've learned something, you've gained. Use that to manifest and create what you want. I took this navy blue shade and I put it in my crease to kind of deepen it up. Remember, when you're applying shades in your crease and you already have shades on top, like above your crease, you're kind of dusting away some of the color and pigment that you already had there. So after I pack that navy blue shade into my crease and kind of blend it out, I have to then replace some of the color that I lost. So now that my crease is cut and it is precise just like I like it, we're going to do the exact same steps that we did on the other eye. Nothing different at all. And babes, don't be afraid to go follow me on social media. I love interacting with y'all. I love seeing the makeup looks that you guys come up with. I love makeup, so anything makeup related, if you're beauty related, even if you're not beauty related and you just want to follow me just because, just go ahead and do that. My Instagram is at Nae'cole. I do not use Snapchat or any other platform that much. I use Facebook from time to time, but I'm not very consistent on Facebook either. But you can add me on Facebook at Nae'cole as well.
Straight up.
for all my newbies. If you do a wing eyeliner and your wing eyeliner is not sharp enough, use your flat brush to sharpen your wing eyeliner up. Usually mine is pretty sharp, but sometimes I just like that extra sharpness, that extra sharp effect. So I go ahead and I use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn to sharpen it up with. I blend it outwards, so when I'm blending in my foundation and stuff, it kind of blends in seamlessly. It also helps me, like I use it as a guide to kind of not get foundation on my wing, if that makes sense. All right now, baby girl, you remember the concealer that I was telling y'all about by F? Yeah, so we're gonna take the color medium neutral, and I'm gonna take a darker shade. I think it's Toast or something like that. I'm not really sure, I can't remember the name of it, but we're gonna take the darker shade and we're gonna start blending that shade out first, being that it matches my skin a little bit more. And I'm going to use that concealer, like what's left over on my beauty blender, I'm going to kind of mix that into the medium neutral so that it's not too bright, but it's bright. You get what I'm saying? I like my highlighted areas like very highlighted for the most part, but I don't want it to be too much. I kind of want it to be subtle, but not too subtle. So I'm very in between and in the middle, like a bitch is lukewarm, and I can't help it, okay? And the good thing about makeup is that it's usually always a fix for everything you do for the most part. So I kind of felt like it was too bright in that area and I had applied a little bit too much. So I kind of went back over it with the darker shade to kind of, you know, darken it up just a little bit so that it looks more natural and accentuates the face a little bit more. Then I'm just going to take both of those concealers and I'm applying some to the bottom of my chin, but in the middle, directly in the middle. And then I'm going to apply some over my cupid's bow and over the top of my lip as well. And then I'm going to use the lighter concealer to kind of highlight a little bit in those areas to kind of brighten it up just a little bit. Now I'm taking my Maybelline Superstay foundation along the bridge of my nose. I'm going to blend it on my entire nose. And that is my choice of foundation for today. I'm going to use Maybelline foundation everywhere else that I did not apply concealer. And I'm going to blend that foundation into my concealer. That footage got deleted, so I don't have the footage of me applying my foundation and blending it out. So, yeah. However, I did go back in with a little bit more medium neutral concealer to kind of brighten up a little bit more underneath my eye. And I just love eyeshadow because you can use them for so many different things. I'm picking up a brown eyeshadow out of the Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette, and I'm going to use that as my contour shade. And now we're going to start contouring the nose. I like a very snatch contour nose. So I'm going to first start out with contouring my nose with that same brown shade out of the Boss Mood palette. And then I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color medium beige along the bridge of my nose. And that's going to help my contour blend just a little bit more seamlessly. Y'all, please do not ask me about this powder because it is by Radiance and I hate it. Like, I do not like this setting powder whatsoever. It is so thick and I just hate it. Usually my go-to setting powder is by Morphe, and I use like the yellowish tinted colored powder, but I can't get my hands on it right now because the Galleria is closed, which means the Morphe store in Houston is closed, and I prefer not to order any makeup online. That's just a pet peeve of mine. I hate it. You know, people are not delicate with your packages and they don't care. So I've come to learn that ordering makeup online, for me, is just not it. But yes, I use the black Radiance setting powder on my face, and I guess it'll do, but it's not what I'm used to. And now I'm taking my black charcoal wipes from Ross, and I'm wiping off any foundation on my lips. And y'all, like, this highlighter, this motherfucking highlighter, like, oh my god, this highlighter gives me like Nubian queen, like goddess vibes. Like, I am in love with this highlighter, and I may not be switching my highlighters up for a while. It is very affordable. I think this highlighter came from Ulta, and it is by the brand Juvia's Place. I know a lot of people have bad experiences with Juvia's Place and their products and their shipping and da-da-da-da. That is why you buy from a third party. So I go to Ulta and I get my Juvia's Place products out of there as opposed to actually ordering them online, because as I said before, I hate online shopping when it comes to makeup. But this highlighter is federal. Like, it's really something serious. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I was not expecting this type of payoff. Like, I don't know, like, it's just so creamy and it goes on so smooth, and I just love it. Like, I'm in love. I am shook up. Like, I'm at awe with this highlighter, because that's just how bomb it is. Like, yeah. So pick that up. And now I am going to take this brown lip liner by Nicka. It's not that serious. I like this liner. It's very affordable. It's like $1 and some change. And, you know, I love it. Like, it does what I need it to do. So, yeah. And then I'm going to go in with my Argan Oil lip gloss from the beauty supply store. Usually I would use like a MAC lip gloss, but right now I'm out. And bitches love like putting hair glue on their eyes to apply their eyelashes with. Like, real shit. Let me tell you a secret. I'm bitches. Bitches is me. Like, I used to pile like eyelash glue on my eyelashes, and usually would stick that shit on, and this just was like my routine. And like, everybody used to tell me, stop using hair glue on your eyelashes, they're gonna fall out, you gonna have bald eyelashes, da 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 da. They never actually fell out per se. I lost a couple, if that makes sense. So once my eyelashes start kind of thinning out, I refrain from using hair glue. Don't use hair glue, guys. It is bad. Get you a Superstay, like a super long wear eyelash glue or something, and use that. Apply it as an eyeliner, and that'll do the job, I promise. And this is the finished look. Leave a thumbs up if you like it.